Lester, perhaps I should have done this off camera, but we're going to do it on camera. There was a monumental error, not in last week's episode, but the week before's 53rd episode, my friend. A big error. Friends, did you catch it? I didn't see anything in the comments. We're going to get to that in a moment, but first we got to roll the theme, Lester.
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I take the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
A recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy. Friends, welcome to the welcome. Lester, I know I don't say two words, but that was a... Friends, how are you? I want to congratulate first you guys, then myself. Congratulations on bringing the Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk episode 54, Valentine's Day Extravaganza Spectacular episode, to a whopping 180 views in a mere less than 1 week. I don't have the exact numbers, but if I talk very slowly and bring up my channel, I can get to the 4 days. It's been up for 4 days and it's been viewed 180 times, so thank you to the friends. More importantly, Lester, thank you to me. Thank you to Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
It is a pleasure to join you again for this Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk episode 55. Lester, can you believe it? We've done 55 of these. Well, we've done 54. This is going to be the 55th. What do I do first? I think we're going to do the quote first, because this might be a difficult one, Lester. It's the first time ever we are taking a past quote, not from Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
But from your brother-in-law, Ray, okay? Follow along if you can. I will try my hardest. It's from episode 21, and let's get it started. Because I was intimidated. Just like when I went out here that day and the cop threatened to beat me up. He didn't? You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? You calling me a liar? Again, episode 21. That's from Ray. And why do the past quotes have to just come from yours truly? They can come from any one of the characters that live here on Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. This will be next on the docket. I feel like Harry Anderson in Night Court. The commemorative tumbler with pop remaining from last week. We just add, folks, and I can see it. It's about there. I could have gone a bit longer, so I will. We can add to last week's, okay? It doesn't matter. Well, it does. I mean, technically I should have dumped that out, but for comedic value, I really... Ooh, that was a good mixture of old and new. That could be a motto for the show, Lester, but it won't be. Wall particulars, okay? First time I remembered the champion going into this episode. The Swedish chef, okay? And his title belt is right there. At the end of the episode, we will see, is he still the champion? The pen is taped. Am-Can Connection single greatest tag team walking the earth today, along with my partner, Jason Nupp, over at the. Pen is taped as not to play with it. Can't remember if I said that. Kurt Cobain, how are you, buddy? Good coffee, always free. That's a bit better. Below, John Riddell, living legend. And you'll notice I didn't mention one of the items. That's because it's part of the error, the colossal error from episode 53. Lester, pardon me, I'm almost amazed that we published the episode, because the entire episode was filmed without the honorary Academy Award presented to me from...
Struggling.
The honorary Academy Award presented to me for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences wasn't even in the episode for 1 second, let alone the entirety of the episode. And whose fault was that, Lester?
What? No way.
Oh, yeah? I don't think so, my friend. Friends, we have a good episode this week. The only segment not appearing this week will be Conversational Scottish with the Queen Mother of Canada. She is still a bit under the weather, so we will bypass that segment this week, but we do have a episode chock full of, is it chocked or chalk? I think it's chock full of goodies. Chocked full of goodies? It's time to start the show, Lester.
Hulkamania, running wild in the entire wrestling world.
I was thinking maybe if the caffeine hit me in such a way, I would make the introduction to Cassettes and Davids seem exciting. But it's not happening, Lester. So I'm just going to have to say this is the introduction to 5 VHS and 5 DVDs from the collection. Power Karate, Hunks with Hats, Tai Chi for Arthritis, Stretching to the Classics. Lester, I'll be honest with the friends. Sometimes you're just not in the mood to film. You know what I'm saying? But you push forward. And in doing so, hope to bring humor, dramatic comedy, and utter nonsense to the viewers. So let's give it a try. Guys, it's Hard Ticket to Hawaii, okay? Starring 4 Playboy centerfold beauties and Ron Moss. Hard Ticket to Hawaii is an action-adventure movie in the great tradition of James Bond. Set among the stunning islands of Hawaii, Donna Spear and Hope Marie Carlton are 2 undercover federal agents running an inter-island cargo service. Discovering a cache of diamonds, the gorgeous pair soon run into major trouble, unleashing an international drug dealer's henchmen on them. Rowdy and Jade, portrayed by world martial arts and kickboxing champion Harold Diamond, come to their rescue in a series of explosions, car chases, karate fights, and love scenes that will blow you away. Okay? I'm feeling it a little bit, Lester. And you know what gets me going? David Carradine and Jason Priestley. Guys, it's nowhere to run. Okay? 1989, 1 hour, 27 minutes. This one's a long one to read. We're not going to read it, but you just need to know that Jason Priestley in an early role, David Carradine in just another role. Okay? Gorgo. We purchased this December 4th, 04 from the Goodwill for $1.49. Okay? And you can see by the sheen, do I have to say it? Sealed. Okay? Guys, it's Gorgo, 1961. Gorgo, a prehistoric monster who has been dormant for centuries, is discovered after a volcanic eruption off the coast of Ireland. Though 65 feet tall, he is just a baby. Captured alive, Gorgo is taken to London to be exhibited in a circus. His mother, a 250-foot beast, sets out to find her offspring. In her search, she leaves a trail of destruction and terror throughout the countryside before she is finally reunited with her baby. Spoiler alert! Gorgo, a throbbing thriller with enough great special effects to delight and excite any monster addict. Okay? Adrift. When terror rides the waves, Adrift. 1993. Kate Jackson, Kenneth Welsh. Okay. Kenneth Welsh was in Crocodile Dundee 2 and The Freshman. And Kate Jackson, I believe she's Charlie's Angels. I could be wrong, guys. Lester will scold me or reward me.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Anywho, she was in Making Love, Death Cruise, and Loverboy. I feel if she was in Charlie's Angels, it would have mentioned it there as opposed to those 3 movies. I've talked enough about Adrift. It's time to get to Guyver 2, Dark Hero. Sci-fi's most powerful superhero is back. The world's most powerful superhero is battling to change his destiny and save the planet in this explosive sci-fi thriller. The Guyver returns to settle some unfinished business with the evil Zoinoids. Z-O-A-N-O-I-D-S. Zoinoids. Deadly human mutants in this awesome sequel that's loaded with monstrous action and superhuman special effects. Drawn to an archaeological dig in the Utah backcountry, the Guyver discovers an alien ship filled with weapons capable of world destruction. With the fate of all mankind in his hands, he makes a final stand against the forces of evil. From director Steve Wang, whose special effects credits include Predator and Beetlejuice. It's time for the Davids, the casino job. Who are these lovely ladies? J. Anthony Frank, Amelia Joyner, Dean Morrow, Ilsa Mariel, Julia Beatty, and Irina Veronana. Okay? 5 girls out for revenge. Sexy Vegas strippers thought they came up all aces after successfully pulling off a plan to rob a casino. But one member of the team is holding a card that no one sees coming. That's it. That's it. They're doing a bank job, but somebody in the gang is holding a card that no one sees coming. This is 81 minutes, and it was made in 2008. Chuck Norris is Forest Warrior. It's gonna take more than a miracle to save their mountain. And let it be known that Chucky's growing out I can call him Chucky, Lester. I know him personally. Chucky's growing out the mustache and beard along with the hair. Okay? This is a bit of a long one. We're not gonna read this one, but know that it was 97 minutes and made in 1996. Guys, I'm eyeing someone here that looks like Loretta Swit. But it's not. Okay, guys, can we get a tight shot? Can we get in there? I hope that's in focus. Is that not Loretta Swit from MASH fame, who recently passed away? Guys, next one up, Wolf's Beast Within. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds meets Outbreak. Flocks of toxic birds attack the Flocks of toxic birds attack the people of a small town, infecting them with a strange new virus in a lonely mansion. 5 young people fight off the birds and human mutants, and one of them is infected too. Okay? 2009, 93 minutes. Midnight Cop. Starring my man, your man, last name Stallone, first name Frank. Along with Morgan Fairchild and Michael York. When the clock strikes 12, evil rules the streets. Evil rules the street. Midnight Cop. 1.5 hours, 2004. We will finish up the Davids with our favorite release from the MGM line. It's Soul Cinema, guys, and it's Fred Williamson and Hammer. Hammer is gonna take this town apart. Grab a ringside seat and get ready to rumble with an action-filled foray into the world of jive-talking scammers and schemers. Soul Cinema heavyweight Fred Williamson hammers his way to the top in this super fly fight film that's the real deal. After spending his life trying to get off the streets of LA, ex-Golden Gloves champ BJ Hammer has finally earned his shot at boxing's big time. But the mob delivers Hammer a heavy blow when they kidnap his girlfriend and order him to throw the main event. Now facing the biggest, baddest bout of his career, BJ must give up his dream of becoming a legit player or risk losing the only person who's ever truly been in his corner. Do I have to say it? I don't know if you can tell. Sealed. Guys, that was 5 from the VHS. and 5 from the cassettes.
Struggling.
Lester, I'm giving it my all, but I hope you enjoyed.
Hulkamania has gone crazy here in the World Wrestling Federation.
I would like to publicly apologize. I think I've already publicly apologized. I have. We're going to publicly apologize again, Lester, but not to the friends. Although it should be partly to the friends. It's more looking over here at you, Lester. Last week was, of course, the Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 53, Valentine's Day Extravaganza Spectacular. And I failed to mention, forgive me, I failed to ask, what did you and the little lady get up to? Now, when I say little lady, I'm not saying little lady by means of stature, because she's not. And I don't mean little lady by means of her boisterous outbursts during council member meetings. Okay? I'm just merely using the term little lady. So, what did you and Cheryl get up to on Cupid's special day? Lester, please let the friends and myself know. Okay? Right? Okay, fair enough. Then, interesting. The friends will want to hear about that. Okay, fair enough. The two of these crazy cats went to dinner, and what did they get? Fish and chips. Guys, you can't go wrong, okay? You need a nice big piece of fish, a healthy portion of chips, okay? Now, I need light vinegar on that, okay? Just a light vinegar, okay? You're gonna have ketchup on the side, but the key component for both the fish and the fries is a lovely large jug of thick brown gravy. Friends, are you hearing me? I know you are. Lester already knows. I'm not even looking that direction. Big piece of haddock, fries, but I need brown fries, guys. I don't need white potato logs. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need really, really well done. I need in the middle. A light shade of brown. A little, no crunch, but a little, you know what I'm saying. And of course, the jug. Not little dinky that lasts for 2 fries. Why are they giving that to me? Don't even get me started on the napkins, okay? I need the napkins on the table in a dispenser. Don't give me one and then I'm searching for Claire to come and bring me another napkin. Claire is the name of our waitress. Also, I need some tartar sauce for the fish. Then they went 5-pin bowling, and after that they went for a coffee. Guys, it's time for Cheryl. There's a reason she's got glasses on this week.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? It's really funny. Let it be one of yours and you're right out there. Now, I didn't know I was going to talk for him. And don't look at me like that, okay? That's why I've got my glasses on so I can see, okay?
Lester, I continue to desperately try to get in the right frame of mind to bring the comedic drama, and I'm inching ever so closer to possibly reaching some point that resembles what I usually bring to the friends. Did that make sense? Longest sentence ever said on the program, easily. Guys, it's the intro to the thrift store pickups. I'm looking over there, as is Lester. It's not paltry, it's not large, it's right on the middle. It's a medium load, Lester. Medium load. John Dote hit. Dote hit? John Dote hit. John Doe hit. Dote hit. John DeHer hit. Lester, they know the drill, but I still have to say it. To the left, guys. Let's start with the CDs. Best of the Beat, Beat This. You guys know they were the English Beat, or they were the Beat first and then the English Beat, or they were the Beat and then they were the English Beat. I know that they had to change their name for legal reasons of some sort, or maybe they just changed their name. Lester will put it in the woohoo, as you know. Tears of a Clown, Mirror in the Bathroom, Stand Down Margaret, Doors of Your Heart, Drowning, okay? It's ska. I guess there's no real way to put it, but, you know, people, I'll talk about it a little, Lester. Ska music, you either love it or, you know, it's one of those. I don't mind it. I wouldn't listen to it all day, but there are some bands that, and this is my favorite, easily by far. Talk to the Friends. Hi guys. The English Beat, we're gonna put, you guys know Mirror in the Bathroom. Mirror in the Bathroom, right? Okay, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Mirror in the bathroom, please don't freak. The door is locked, just you and me.
We're gonna put another track in the description that you may not have heard that is worth a listen. Okay, 3 more CDs, and they're all by the same artist, and I have to say, I have never, ever listened to John Prine. Diamonds in the Rough, John Prine, the best of John Prine, and John Prine, In Spite of Ourselves. Have not heard anything by him, but have heard a lot of good things about him. So we'll be checking out that. Books, no. DVDs and VHS. Here we go. Went to the library and we got the Replacement Killers and 21 on Blu-ray for $2 total. We also got the girl from Big Bang Theory. I'm not a big fan of the show, so that's why it took a couple seconds, Lester. And Pete Davidson. When it's the library, you know what I'm saying? That was $25, along with Sonny Chiba Samurai. Guys, it's a 3-pack from Sonny Chiba, The Bodyguard, Legend of 8 Samurai, Shogun's Ninja, 25 cents. Also, not from the library, from the thrift store, and I'm trying to determine, as I take off the price, you know I love to do that, it builds suspense. What exactly is the front of this and what exactly is the back of this? I think this is the back, but it's Osteoporosis Basic Exercise Program. Okay? And this is brought to you by Dr. Raphael Chow, MD FRCP in brackets C DABP MR, as well as Dr. Timothy Murray, MD FRCP C in brackets. Did you guys get all that? I don't want to read the whole thing, but perhaps I should. Osteoporosis is a common problem in which bones become thin and fragile. Once that happens, bones can break easily. Fractures can occur in the wrist, the hip, or the spine. Currently, there is no established cure for osteoporosis, but a number of things can be done to help you cope with the problem. Exercise is important for patients with osteoporosis. It is something that gives considerable benefit to patients, and it is something that they can do for themselves. This video contains the complete exercise program developed by Raphael Chow. He found the benefits from exercise improve general well-being, endurance, mobility, flexibility, body strength, self-confidence, reduces back pain, and is capable of promoting increase in bone mass. This video produced with the participation and support of, guys with the names and all the letters, the University of Toronto Bone and Mineral Group, the Osteoporosis Society of Canada, Queen Elizabeth Hospital Toronto, St. Michael's Hospital Toronto, the Toronto Hospital General Division. You guys want to know more about Raphael Chow and Timothy Murray? Lester, I know they do. Friends, have I gotten in a little bit of a groove? Let me tell you something, okay? Lester, you might as well put it up right now. I'll wait. I can feel it.
I can feel the power. Yes. Yes.
Okay, we're back. The caffeine is hitting, and the mood has changed. I was Mr. Depressed Poopy Pants about 3 seconds ago, but the exciting world of osteoporosis basic exercise program has engulfed me with dramatic comedy. Almost a promo, Lester, okay? Hell, why not? You guys want to hear more about Dr. Raphael Chow and Dr. Timothy Murray. What better way to do it than in a promo? Lester, throw it up, because it's time. Let me tell you something. When it comes to osteoporosis, there's only 2 men leading the world, and they are based in Toronto. Let me tell you a little bit about both of them. Dr. Raphael Chow, MD, FRCP, C in brackets, DAB, PMR, is a specialist in physical medication at the Queen Elizabeth and, not just one hospital, two, and Toronto General Hospital. He is also assistant professor at the University of Toronto's Division of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation. He's got a tag team partner. You already know his name, but I gotta say it again because we're still deep in the promo, Lester. Dr. Timothy Murray, MD, FRCP, in brackets C, is a director of the Bone and Mineral Group at the University of Toronto and a director of the Metabolic Bone Clinic at St. Michael's Hospital. This group has been studying osteoporosis from the microscopic level to the patient level for the last 15 years. And this is 1990, okay? From 75, I don't know about to the present day, they might be dead. This group has been studying osteoporosis from the microscopic level to the patient level for the last 15 years. Their studies have been published in medical journals and have led to the development of an exercise program specifically designed for patients with osteoporosis. Copyright 1990, Basic Exercise Program, Inc., 340 Gerrard Street East, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, M5A2G7 416 921 8987. Guys, time for the books. License to Drive in a novel book form with two great shots of our I almost said it, but I'm not going to go there. Feldman and Haim, Corey and Corey. Okay? More books to come. We were at the library and it was 5 for 5 or something. Eddie Huang, who does Fresh Off the Boat, if you know Fresh Off the Boat, you know what I'm talking about. I believe I already have this, but you guys will scream and yell at me, okay? Banksy, Wall and Peace, just a photographic history of all his murals, okay? Fans say that he's, I hate the camera. Fans say that Banksy is the guy from Massive Attack. We're gonna throw up his name over here. Lastly, a toy for the channel, I should say the show. It's a remote-controlled 3.5 channel gyro technology 8-way directional flying radio-controlled recon heli with built-in HD camera/video. Okay? Now, has the remote control, has the antenna for the remote control, has the helicopter, has spare helicopter blades, has the 2 gigabyte memory card, has the micro SD card reader. And it was $9.99, guys. It's worth a gamble if this can take flight and filmed video that we can show on the show. This could fall under the category of things I buy for the show that we never use for the show, okay? Think the siren, you know, the police light, and the clamp that holds the camera, and the science ball with the lights. You guys remember all that. We never used it once on the show, Lester. Don't slouch. Guys, that was Thrift Store Pickups, and one hell of an osteoporosis promo.
Hulkster with a tremendous tan, really looks good.
I have to address them. Friends, I take this show very seriously, as you can tell by the hat I'm wearing currently. And when it comes to the worldwide news stories, I need to bring you the stories that fall through the cracks. I've said it before, Lester, but in some cases, perhaps there are news stories you have already seen, okay? I try not to bring the trending, or are they saying that? The popular, the millions of views clips. I try to stay away. If the clip resembles the million plateau, I tend to shy away from it, but this one must be seen by everyone, Lester. And if there are friends with their loved ones, with their families gathered around the tube means television, Lester. Do I have to? Even if perhaps some in the room have already seen it or already know of the story, they can watch it again because it's worth viewing again. And I'm taking the risk that some of the friends have already seen the story I am presenting. I don't think it happens very often. And I can see the viewers nodding their heads in unison with me. Finger doesn't have to move as well. So getting to my point, nearing 2 minutes. You might have seen this one, but it's worth viewing again. And if you haven't, hold on tight, okay? The description this man is about to describe is spot on for the dangers that lurk in our backyards and neighborhood streets. It's time for hard-hitting news.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered,
but now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
Do the math.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
Now, yesterday morning, I came out into the front yard and the dogs were across the road. And as soon as they saw me, they came bounding over. And I just made it into the front door in time.
Ray Graham is a frightened man. He says his street has gone to the dogs.
Friends, the 25th Winter Olympiad have come to a close. John Riddell is back on YouTube and back searching police chases and videos concerning wood. He has a final Olympic medal count, and he gives you his thoughts on the closing ceremonies of this, the 25th Winter Olympiad from Milano Cortina, Italy? Guys, it's time for John Riddell, living legend.
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, Colin from Canada. John is positioning himself where the light casts a lovely spotlight on the newly shaven John Riddell. Yes. And we're doing the final tally count of how many total medals Canada finished with. John, you want to let the viewers know?
21.
And that is 5 gold, 7 silver, and 9 bronze.
You're right.
Yes, 21 for Canada. I believe they were 9th overall of all the countries.
I think so.
Okay. Friends, I just hit record with absolutely no pre-thoughts on what I'm gonna say. That hasn't happened before. Lester, that's sarcasm. And I'm the best at it.
You are correct, sir. Yes!
It's time for Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. So let's go through my camera roll with 5 photos that's on my camera roll. Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating, passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. Friends, there is no need to turn to the right except for one photo because as you know, I'm about to say it, Lester, I have the particulars written down in front of me on the pad of paper. Guys, let's throw it up. Photo number 1. We were on our way, we meaning me and the girlfriend, we were on our way to the Hammer. You guys know about the Hammer. It's Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, where only the upper echelon of citizens are home to. Let's take a look at this one, photo number 1. On the way, we're on the highway, and if we can zoom in, Lester, if you wouldn't mind. Yes, that's right. He's dragging a pylon on the highway. Has no clue. No clue at all. Orange traffic cone. Perhaps pylon in America? I don't know. Orange traffic cone? Either or, Lester, both pylon and orange traffic cone make this photo hilarious. He had no idea that was there. Got to the hammer in the parking lot of my girlfriend's mother's abode. We have the truck with the makeshift back windshield, a piece of wood. Bit of a draft, perhaps. Who knows? Still in the hammer. That's where I got to turn over here. You've already got an idea of what you're dealing with in Hamilton. Well, why don't you head on over to the Shakespeare's restaurant? That's right, Shakespeare's. A passion for excellence. Steak and seafood, established 1969. www.shakespeares.ca if you'd like to take a little gander at the menu. Because there's a good chance you might be in the hammer and you have a hankering. Have I done hankering yet? Hankering for seafood and steak. Okay? Photo number 4, still in the hammer. We're at the local mall where I could have taken a whole bunch more photos. And are you in the market? We won't put it up yet, okay? Are you in the market for perhaps a carpet? Or perhaps a large area rug, okay? The Olympics have just ended. And the athletes don't dream of the Olympics and getting a bronze medal put upon them. They do not, Lester. They do not dream of a silver medal being put over their necks. No, my friends. The athletes are dreaming of a gold medal. And when you're in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and you're in the market for a large area rug, okay, you want to go to Rugs Gold. Because they have the gold standard of small to medium to large area rugs. They do. Lester, they do. Not bronze, not silver, gold. Okay? Finally, the 5th photo, if I may. Lester, throw it up. That, my friends. Pause the video if you have to, although the photo is still up as I yammer on, so perhaps not necessary. Look at that, dare I say it? You don't need to dare me, Lester. Pot of gold. Look at that pot of gold. That, my dear friends, women and children, men, that's it. Children, I've already said that.
Struggling.
Take a gander at that. Because that, you want to talk bronze, silver, and gold levels of excellence, my friend? Platinum? I'll go there. Look at it and love it. Because it's the best thing going, and it's the only way to enjoy craft dinner. You notice, my friends, in America, I didn't say macaroni and cheese. We don't play like that up here. It's craft dinner, my friends. You take a good look at that. You want detailed instructions? Perhaps that will be a segment on the program. Okay? Okay? Can we just look at it? Although it's not physically in front of me, I can still see it. 5 from the camera roll. I hope you enjoyed.
The hosts are seeing the crimson red.
Lester, the Constitution be damned. The council members have the final say, and this particular visitation from your brother-in-law, Ray, is in fact up. The 5 allotted minutes to Ray have expired, and he's being asked to leave. but he wants the council members to know. He's got a bit of a runny nose. Let's see if you guys can pick up on it. Lester, take a gander. Guys, it's time for Ray.
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I'm gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I'm gonna think about suing the city. See,
Raymond.
when they come after you and the
Raymond, your time's up, buddy.
members,
Sit
see
down.
how you guys don't like it again.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? No one. Come on.
Friends, bit of a special treat for those who are a fan of Colin from Canada's
real bad man
acting chops, okay? We got a taste of it a few episodes back. I don't have to say it, but I will, Lester. I will. The Vault premiered to record-breaking numbers on the YouTube, okay? You saw the acting abilities of a young thespian by the name of Colin from Canada.
real bad man
I wasn't known as Colin from Canada back
real bad man
then. I was known as The Vault. Both the movie and in real life, they called me The Vault because of my ridiculously stupid movie knowledge and also knowledge about other things that no one cares about, particularly attractive women coming into the video store, okay? Shall I regale you with the history of the Intercontinental title from 1979's Pat Patterson up until 1984's Tito Santana? Would you like that? No, the ladies didn't like that, Lester. Okay? Getting to my point. You guys love The Vault, okay? I've told you about Jerry Latman, G-Money. He's over at the Dot Film Company, and when he has an idea, perhaps for a television program or a movie, you film a teaser, okay? It's kind of like a trailer. You could call it a trailer. It lets whoever is potentially looking to buy the idea and develop it, it lets them know exactly what you're what the program is about. In particular, this was a sci-fi type program titled The Shield. And on a shoestring budget with a few actors and actresses, we went up north and filmed this little beauty. So guys, it never went anywhere, so don't get too excited. But you get to see Colin from Canada,
real bad man,
in action, and just an astounding role. I play the heavy. I'm a bit of a psycho in this one. Also, let's look for John Riddell's fishing jacket. Oh yeah, it makes an appearance in this one. Guys, it's a big surprise. You guys didn't even know about it. I just decided to bring it. For this deep cut, deep dive, let's take a look at The Shield, a teaser trailer that unfortunately did not go anywhere. Lester didn't know what clips to take from the deep cut, deep dive, so instead Colin from Canada is singing over this bumper. I assure you, this is real.
It's been over 4 months since the bricks arrived. Changing things forever. But it's not the bricks I'm worried about. Winter is here. The few of us that are left are getting desperate. The only hope we have now is to head north. To the Shield.
Lester, the name of the game is The Price is Right, okay? But not everyone knows what right price belongs on certain prizes, okay? And we've talked about the lights. We've talked about the attractiveness of one Bob Barker standing right next to you with that lovely microphone and the camera bearing down on you with the lights burning your retinas, okay? And perhaps nerves will get the better of you. You don't, and we're talking the end of the show, guys. This isn't just we're looking to win fun lawn care or a whimsical daybed. Actual names of prizes, okay? Because when I was a kid, we named our fish after this. Whimsical daybed and fun lawn care. We're talking about the Showcase Showdown, okay? Multiple prizes, multiple prices, quick math in your head. It sometimes doesn't go correctly. It's time for this week's clip of the week. Take it away, Bob.
When things aren't going my way, I'm thinking pasta.
2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
Virginia, look at your showcase. Virginia, your showcase is filled with turns, and it starts with you watching the pros, turns and double plays with Dodgers season tickets. Peanuts, Cracker Jacks, and exciting Dodger baseball await with a pair of season tickets to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Catch all of your favorite players in action at the historic Dodger Stadium all season long. And we have a feeling that they'll be turning down the bed for the night at the hotel you'll be staying in lovely San Francisco. You and a gas supply round-trip coach from Los Angeles to San Francisco for a fantastic 6-night stay in the famous bridge-to-bridge room at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel, the only mobile 5-star hotel in San Francisco. Located in the heart of one of the world's most alluring cities, you'll enjoy luxury at its best from the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Finally, you can make left, right, or even U-turns in this brand new car. The Chrysler PT Cruiser, a swank limited edition, is reminiscent of old times. With a 16-valve 4-cylinder engine that accentuates modern performance and memorable style, comes with a roof rack, automatic transmission, and wood grain exterior accents. Your showcase filled with turns can be yours if the price is right. Very well, Virginia. We are ready for your bid.
I would say 50,000. All of it.
50,000.
All of it?
All of it. All of your showcase.
Oh, no.
No? No? Give me your bid.
Okay, 100,000.
$100,000?
No.
What do you think, Artie?
90,000.
How many?
90,000.
$90,000. All right. $90,000 is your bid. We'll be right back. Here we go, folks. Virginia has bid $90,000 on her showcase, which is the highest bid ever made on a showcase on The Price is Right. And the actual retail price is $30,076. A difference of... No, they don't put it up. I'm going to figure it out. It's about $60,000 over. All right. You bid $28,000, Wanda. The actual retail price of your showcase is $23,303. You're over two. It's a double overbid, folks.
Friends, the NFL season is behind us. We have our futures bets in the NHL category for Stanley Cup winners, both the San Jose Sharks and Buffalo Sabres. So what do we talk about here, Lester? What should we talk about here? What's your shoe size? Wow! Lester's a 12. I myself am a 10.5. Guys, it's time for Gorilla Monsoon quote of the week.
Did you see that?
Couldn't see it from our vantage point.
Will you stop?
All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
The ring just shifted.
Oh, Hulk with a big right hand.
Friends, with the pause in voting during the Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk episode 54, Valentine's Day Extravaganza Spectacular episode, we have a full 13 days of voting between Pops and the Swedish Chef. We're going to look at the results in mere moments, but first, you know how we do things here. Did you see the saliva shoot out of my mouth? I don't know. Let's go to the replay, shall we, Lester? If we can pick it up, we're going to the instant replay and we're zooming in. You know how we do things here. Did you see the saliva shoot out of my mouth? Guys, it's time for show and tell. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Turning to the right and swerving the body, I am looking directly at the Colin from Canada YouTube homepage. That joke will never die, Lester. Don't let it die. Guys, you don't let it die either. I know you won't. I'm just talking to him. You guys, I know. YouTube homepage, Colin from Canada.
Real bad man.
The votes are tabulated and 13 days of voting brings us lucky number 13 with a 9 vote to 4, possibly 10 vote to 3. Swedish Chef. He's right over there. I should have brought the gold over, shouldn't I? Lester, do I? No, we can leave it there. I don't want to get up. You see him over there. I'm pointing at him right now. The Swedish Chef has maintained the strap. The strap remains on the Swedish Chef. I just said it twice. I don't know why, but I will tell you. Guys, it's a different day of filming. We're going to get into it in a little bit, but I'll explain. Back to this, though. The Show and Tell Weekly Poll has its winner. It is the champion. He's remaining the champion, but the challenger. She is a cutie. She is musically inclined. That means she can play a musical instrument, Lester. We're filming. Guys, it's Janice. Of course, lead guitarist from the Electric Mayhem Band. The house band of The Muppet Show. Okay, guys? It's Janice. She comes with electric guitar, hat, tambourine, amplifier, and figure bass. Okay? I will, of course, read the back. Janice, as seen on The Muppet Show, job, lead guitar player for Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Special talents, like left-handed guitar, playing and letting life like flow by really. Likes, like organic food, macrame, sandals, and like the word like for sure. Dislikes, life is like too short to dislike things, but closed-toed shoes, hypocrites, litterbugs, and insincere vegetarians are real bummers. Friends, I didn't even know I could do a spot on Janice until that moment. And we're gonna throw it up, Lester, I know we will, just because I was so pleased with how I mimicked or imitated Janice's voice. Shall we do that now?
Like, wow, is there really any point in rehearsing this? Yeah, but it's real hard to go on if we're all dead.
Dead!
Okay, we're back. This is the challenger. Is she showing enough leg? Is she cute enough to take down the nonsensical speaking Swedish Chef who, if memory serves, held quite a long title reign with the play set as well as the figure, which he is doing right now. Guys, it's the Swedish Chef. It's Janice. It's a hell of a impression of Janice Guys, vote now. I think it'll be a bit closer than the Pop's Muppet figure in his match against the Swedish Chef, Lester. We're going to have to wait and see. Guys, vote now.
Folks, they're unloading with the big ones. Roundhouse right.
This is the, friends, this is the free-form time of the program, much like Introduction to the Gorilla Monsoon Quote of the Week, where I can do with this space as I choose. Okay? And what do I have to say right now? Limited. Very, very, very limited bloopers, Lester. Is it because the mood? Is it because I've been on point and there's been no errors? You tell me, Lester. You feel it's a bit of both. I agree. This will be easily the shortest blooper segment for any episode, except for the early episodes where I wasn't even doing the bloopers. It wasn't even a thought in my head. It wasn't even a seedling in my head. But eventually it was. And then it grew to be a tree that takes over the background and foreground of this great show, which is, of course, Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. Guys, it's time for the bloopers. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. I was thinking maybe I'm starting to, should I say it, Lester? I have to. I'm starting to fiddle. It just never looks right. Major League 2. No. Okay, what if I... Ladies and gentlemen, friends, no. I guess this is the serious part of the show. Everything we're... Whatever the hell this is, judging by the start of the program, wow, this is going nowhere. No. Friends, we've re-recorded this one a couple of times. As you know, sometimes the program takes a couple of days to film. We are on a different filming day than the start of the program. I'm sure you can tell by the start of this program, it didn't exactly catapult into the stratosphere of dramatic comedy on a rocket-propelled, comedy-filled, hosted by me extravaganza. It was kind of a... And part of that is because Queen Mother of Canada is under the weather. Won't go into details, but she is definitely getting better, okay? The point at which I am talking to you now, she is in far better shape. I don't want to say far better shape. She's doing a lot better than when I was talking to you at the start of this episode. I'm sure this makes sense. It makes sense in my head, and I think you dig what I'm saying. She's getting better, and she'll be back on the program very, very soon. However, this week she is absent from the program. And as George Harrison once said when the Beatles first performed the song Yesterday, opportunity knocks for one Paul McCartney. Well, Paul McCartney is not appearing on this program because, for the love of God, if he did, you guys would fall out of your chair. John Riddell, the living legend down there, has been itching. As you know, Lester, you know, and you guys know at home, he's been trying to get in on the conversational Scottish portion of the program, which, of course, is hosted by one Queen Mother of Canada. Well, for this particular week, I think we're going to let him take the reins, much like Santa's sleigh, of the Queen Mother of Canada presents Conversational Scottish because, as we know, the Queen Mother is under the weather. So, opportunity knocks for that man down there. Fasten your safety belts. Mum will be back very soon, okay? It's time for Conversational Scottish with the living legend, John Riddell.
There's a burich a blairdies at the head of the brae. Will gang the morn, o'er the bridge, o'er the burn. There's a burich a blairdies at the head of the brae. Will gang the morn, o'er the bridge, o'er the burn.
Friends, I know what you're thinking, but we're past it now. I don't have to beat you over the head with the celebrities who are now friends that we have come to know and love. I don't need to list them, and I won't. I just need to tell you that this is quite possibly the biggest. Lester, I think so. There's a young man we had on last week. I won't mention names for the Valentine's Day special. I hope good things come of him, because he has talent.
I love being a human being, you know?
Okay? But let me just say this. There's more to life than what you're living. So take a chance and face the wind. An open road and a road that's hidden. A brand new life around the bend. There were times when I lost a dream or two. Found the trail, and at the end was you. There's a path you take and a path not taken. The choice is up to you, my friend. Nights are long, but you might awaken to a brand new life. Brand new life. Brand new life around the bend. Guys, it's time for this week's sponsor. And I almost scare myself to say celebrity sponsor. Maybe it starts as a celebrity sponsor, but it soon becomes a friend sponsor. Whatever you want to call it. This is this week's celebrity friend sponsor, friend celebrity sponsor. I hope you enjoy.
You ever had India food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste. Will you please stop?
Catch it.
How do you treat a person with a disability?
Feel sorry for them.
I'm glad that I don't have that.
I'm not quite sure how to deal with a disabled person.
Give them every chance that they deserve. I mean, they're normal people.
Physical disability should not hamper or hinder someone's growth.
Everybody has potential, whether you're disabled or not.
I really think that we should make the effort to help them out, but I don't think we should push our help in their faces.
Potential that's wasted in this country with people who are disabled, the elderly, even children is colossal.
Do unto others as they do unto you. Just treat them as a normal everything else. Disabled doesn't mean non-normal.
Treat them just as human beings.
I think you should treat them probably as normal people, but with special needs.
I'm Tony Danza. United Cerebral Palsy knows there's only one answer to that question. How do you treat a person with a disability? Like a person.
Lester, part of me didn't even think we were going to film an episode this week, but when you have to take your mind off things, you come to the place you don't want to be, and you film an episode for the friends, because that's what you really enjoy. So I did that, and we filmed an episode. Thank you. Guys, how are you? It's time for the goodbyes, so goodbye. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for viewing the program. I'm sure there'll be mention of Queen Mother of Canada in the comments, okay? Let it be known she is getting better, and she will be back on the program very soon. So thank you for the comments that I know are about to appear in the comments. I nailed that. Special thanks to my tag team partner over at the... That's right, Jason, that's a double plug. Can you imagine how many subscribers you're gonna gain from my 117 by me shouting you out twice in an episode? Jason Nupp over at the 3 times. I'd like to thank my tag team partner who I messaged a couple of times and sent back some very lovely messages to help me. Yeah, buddy. Okay. That was the 55th. I hope you enjoyed. What else do we need to say, Lester? I think we've covered everything. You didn't think you were going to get conversational Scottish. You got it by the guest star, living legend, John Riddell. And he dropped a doozy on you. Doozy. God damn it, this hat. Guys, I shaved my head. There we go. Okay. The pepperettes are a firm $12. There's no haggling. Die Paperrates seien steifig $12 ein Aufdinger.